Hi, everybody, and welcome to your senior year. My name is Miss Lee, and I'm excited to talk to you about our Concrete Next Step program. I'm part of the Summit Schools team, and I do a few different things. I support our mentoring program, our expeditions team, and all of you and your mentors in your Concrete Next Step now that you've entered your senior year. This is going to be the first of our series of CNS webinars, and I'm excited to introduce myself to you and give you a little preview of your senior year CNS journey. So first, I want to name that everyone starts and enters their senior year thinking and feeling really different things. Almost all of you are probably super excited to be seniors, and you can't wait to make it through your senior year and graduate from high school. I'm sure many of you want to make the most of your last year in high school, and you might be really excited for your plans for after high school. Or maybe you're not quite sure yet. You might have some ideas, or maybe you don't have any yet, and that's okay. The first semester of your senior year is dedicated to giving you the space and support to think about it, and we're all here to help. Everyone figures things out on their own time and thinks through them on their own timeline, and all of the adults in your life are here to help. So let's get a preview of what your senior year is going to look like. Right now, you've just settled into the first few days of school, and now's the time to really dig into the college application process. One of the first things you do is finalize your college lists and CNS options. When we think about your post-secondary pathways, we're talking about four-year colleges, two-year colleges, apprenticeships, trades, or any other pathway that will help you reach your personal and professional goals. Starting around September through October, you'll start your college applications, and around November, you'll begin submitting your college applications to four-year colleges. Some colleges will actually take applications earlier than November, and some will accept them all the way up to January, February, or even March of next year. But most of the time, they're due by January. Also starting around December, you'll start to fill out financial aid applications. Financial aid applications open and end at different times every year, so it's important to get the most up-to-date information from your mentor. Those financial aid applications are super important regardless of what you plan to pursue, whether that's a four-year college, two-year, trade school, or anything else. Financial aid can make a big difference to most of us here. That's how you're going to receive grants, federal loans, and work study. December is when your mid-year transcripts are also finalized. So in your senior year, unlike in other grades at Summit, your mid-year grades, the grades that you have as of December, actually make a difference if you are applying to private or other highly competitive schools. If any colleges you apply to request a mid-year report, they get sent off to those colleges and become a part of your overall college application. So it's very important to keep up on top of your coursework this year, especially with your power focus areas and additional focus areas. Around February, community college and most other pathway enrollment like apprenticeships or trade schools usually start in the spring. They typically have pretty flexible deadlines, so you often have a little bit of extra time to make those enrollment decisions. And then your senior year PLP meeting, which we call the oral defense, happens in March or April or during your last round of expeditions. Also in the spring, you'll present your oral defense. This is when you share your CNS with your mentor, your family, and friends and celebrate that decision together. You'll begin preparation for your oral defense beginning in January, once the bulk of college applications are done. Finally, May 1st is your big decision day. If you're going to enroll in four-year colleges, that's the day that you commit. If you're a college sports fan, this is similar to the college signing day for you. So who's the most important person in all of this? It's going to be you. That's the most important thing to take away right now, is that you are in the driver's seat of all of this. Every one of you, as you look around your mentor room, has totally different goals, totally different plans, and totally different next steps for next year. That means you need to be the one in charge of knowing what your deadlines are, what your plans are going to be, and how you're going to get there, and what support you also need to advocate for. But the good news is that we're all here to support you. And so although you are in charge, there are a lot of supports that we're going to offer you as you take those steps. Right, so let's take a look at what those supports from summer are going to look like for your CNS. So the first thing we have is this fabulous CNS website. It's going to be cns.summitps.org. If you type that into your browser, you'll see all kinds of CNS resources. That is also an easy way to get a link to Overgrad, which is the platform we use to collect all of your college application information. Next, you'll have access to our CNS webinars, which your mentor will either show in class or facilitate the content for you on Wednesdays. These videos will walk you through all the different aspects of the CNS and college application process. They're easy to go back to and watch again, and they're all linked in your Canvas accounts in your mentoring course. Your school will also lead some family events, including support with college applications, financial aid, and interpreting your financial aid awards. You want to look at your own school's calendar for that, since every school has a slightly different calendar. And then there's your oral defense or your senior spring PLP meeting. This is how we'll celebrate your CNS and give you feedback and affirmation of your choice. I'm also here to help answer your questions and to help. You can always feel free to reach out to me. My email address is on the screen there. It's going to be concretenextstep@summitps.org. You can send me questions, concerns, or schedule a Zoom appointment with me if you'd like to work together. Your mentors or your classmates are always welcome to join if you want to join as a group as well. So with that, thank you all for your time. I'm super excited to work with you, and I'm excited for this journey for you as you decide what your CNS will be. Thanks all.